Hello, everyone. This is The Crow, and these are your messages for right now. This is a general timeless reading for the collective. So, if the message resonates with you, you can always leave a like or a comment or subscribe to the channel. You guys know how YouTube works. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I'm going to be pulling a 3 card spread: past, present, and future energy. And I will also be taking some oracle cards. So for each one of the cards that I'm going to pull, I will also take out a rune, okay? So let's see what we have as past energy for the collective. I hope you're all doing good, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. So let's jump in here. Past energy, please. Okay. So in the past energy, we have the Magician. Let's check out your current energy. Okay, current energy for the collective, please. Thank you. And we have currently the Page of Wands. Very good. Exploring, learning new things, feeling excited. This is the energy that's benefiting you right now. It's a very good energy. And now for our future energy, let's see what we get. Future energy for the collective. Whoa, okay, Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups has been coming out a lot in the readings, which is a great energy. Okay, so I will be clarifying all of these cards, and like I said, I will also be pulling uh, a rune for each one of these cards, but let's just talk about them pretty quickly. So, first of all, with this Magician energy, this is a card of manifestation, and this is a card of a beginning. So, it's number one. And it's also a card that talks a lot about the self, about I, me, myself, what I want, what I desire, and my ability to manifest. Okay, so having this card in the past energy for the collective, it tells me that recently you've gone into an energy of possibility. Okay, the Magician has all of the suits in the tarot on this deck, and he has the ability to use all of them. He has the ability to manifest what he wants and to manipulate the energy around him towards what he desires. Okay, so it's magic. You have the ability to do things with your own perspective. So, this is a card that reminds us that what we think has a powerful impact on our reality. So, recently, for some of you guys, you might have felt like you had a new opportunity to do things, a new beginning, even. This sense of freshness, this sense of newness in you, inside of you. This might have even been related to the way you see yourself. And you realizing in your recent past that you have the ability to just do what you want. Just, how can I say this? You might have realized that you are more powerful than you thought in your recent past. Having the Page of Wands in our current energy, it tells me that right now, the energy at your disposal, collective, is the energy of exploration. Okay, the Page of Wands is someone who's willing to explore, who's willing to take new opportunities, to take new paths, to go on a journey of learning. And it is a very lucky journey. Okay, the Page of Wands is a lucky card. This is a card that calls your adventurous energy into play. Okay, so right now you are being asked to embrace adventure, you are being asked to embrace new possibilities, um, to even experience new things. Okay, things that you might have not ever experienced before. Maybe there's some kind of activity or some kind of skill that you've always wanted to acquire. Um, Maybe you wanted to join a, I don't know, I'm getting a dance group for some of you. Could be that. Um, there might be some kind of artistic activity that you've always wanted to explore, and the energy is in your favor right now to do that. You are actually being asked to be playful, to invite more play and joy into your life. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups in the future energy for the collective. So this means that there's a lot of abundance coming in and a lot of stability. The Nine of Cups is a card that also talks about um, something that can come around again. Okay, so he is fulfilled. He uh, is happy, and he stays in that energy because he knows that he's going to keep on being fulfilled and happy even through hard times. The Nine of Cups knows that his cups will be filled again. Okay, and the way he keeps this his cups filled and the way that he keeps this energy flowing is by being in alignment. Okay, so this is a card that asks you to be in the energy of what you want to achieve before you have it, because you know in your core, in your soul, that you can have it. Okay, so it's also a card that's telling me to not care so much about material things. The Nine of Cups has no lack of material things at all. Okay, that's not the case, but sometimes we get way too focused on what's the material stuff that we have around us, or even way too focused on our day-to-day routine, um, maybe related to our jobs, for example, the things that we are supposed to be doing, or we can get stuck in a thought, oh, I haven't achieved this yet, I should have this by now. And there's no such thing as um, deadlines when it comes to our lives. Okay, so getting in the energy of what you desire before you have it is going to help you with this Nine of Cups. Okay, but I want to clarify all of these cards with a rune for each one of them. So let's get a rune for the Magician, please. Just going to mix them really well, and I'll grab what I feel I should be grabbing. There she is. Okay, so for the Magician, we have the Man. This is a rune that talks about, obviously, the masculine energy. And as I said this before in my videos, we all have masculine and feminine energy, so it doesn't matter if you're a man or not. Um, it is a rune that asks us to take action. Okay, masculine energy is all about action. Some of you guys might be parents, and this is also a rune that talks about someone who's a provider. So that's why I said that some of you guys might be parents, and if you're not a parent, if you don't have kids yet, you might be a provider of sorts in your core group, so to speak. Maybe you're the provider for the household, or maybe you are a boss, maybe you're the one leading a project. And this is clarifying the Magician. So it is telling me that your ability to manifest is something that is directly related to your actions, which makes sense with the Magician, because I was talking about how this card tells us that what we think directly influences our reality. And now having the Man rune that talks about taking action, that talks about confidence and strength and leadership, dominance. There's something here recently in your past that put you in this path of being a leader, that put you in this path of understanding that your actions have a deep impact on the world around you. Okay, so you are being asked to align here. So you are being asked with this disposal of cards, you are being asked to align with the energy of what you want. I'm sorry, my cat is scratching the couch. Okay. Hmm. So maybe something's trying to call your attention to that. Something's trying to call your attention to how you are able to take action on what you want to see come to fruition in your life. That's what I feel in this reading. You're being asked to do that, to truly understand that your confidence, your thoughts, and your actions have a huge impact on what manifests for you. I think this is obvious for most of you guys. You probably already know this. And I feel like most of us know this, that our actions have a great impact on our day-to-day life, on our future. But sometimes we can get too caught up in our routine and we forget and we just go into autopilot. Okay. So no autopilot here. Be intentional. Okay. Be intentional with what you want to do. And I feel like you got into this energy because that's in your recent past. So you understood something about your intentions, about your manifestation. Let's get a rune for the Page of Wands. There she is. Well, isn't this interesting? So we got the man and now we have the woman. So the balancing of the masculine and feminine energies here in this reading, which is great. It's very good. Having those two energies balanced is the perfect combination for manifestation, is the perfect combination for being grounded, for being on the right path. Okay, so the woman rune is a rune that talks about healing. Okay, and it talks about when we feel at home with ourselves. It's also a rune of creativity, and the Page of Wands is definitely a card of creativity. I was talking about how maybe some of you guys have been wanting to do some kind of artistic project or get into, I got dance group thing that might be for some of you. You might been wanting to get into some kind of creative activity, and this is a rune that definitely talks about listening to our creativity, to our passions. Okay, um, being nurturing towards ourselves and others. Once again, parenthood really coming strongly here. So some of you might be parents, like I said, mothers, fathers, because this is also a rune that talks about motherhood, and this is a rune that talks about fatherhood. So, and if you are not a parent, it's okay. It can relate to you in other ways. It can relate to you in the sense of you taking care of yourself, which also makes sense since we have both feminine and energy and masculine energies here, which would indicate to me that you are taking good care of yourself, that you are balancing yourself. But basically, having the woman rune clarifying the Page of Wands is definitely telling you to follow your passions. Okay, just go on on an adventure. Just invite play into your life, invite creativity into your life, allow creativity on your day-to-day life. Okay, even if you are not in an artistic project, even if you don't think or you don't see yourself as an artist, there are plenty of ways in which we can be creative. We can be creative in our routine. We can change something up in our routine, okay, to get the energy flowing in another way. An example for this would be if you always take the same route to work, maybe you could, the same route. Uh, okay, correct me, guys, in the comments. I don't know how I would understand the emphasis in the comments, but if you can make me understand, yeah, if it's route or route. But if you always take the same path to work, for example, you can choose to take a different path just to mix things up. And that's going to get the energy flowing. Something as simple as that can get the energy flowing for you. Okay. Other ways in which you can be creative. You can be creative with your own thoughts. Observe your own thoughts and the way you speak to yourself, and try to speak to yourself differently, being more nurturing towards yourself. Okay, there are many ways in which you can embrace creativity in your day-to-day life, and you are definitely being asked to do that with the Page of Wands. So let us get a rune for the Nine of Cups. There she is. Okay, and we have the sun. This is amazing. This is a beautiful combination. These three cards are already pretty good cards, and these three runes clarifying them just give a whole other level to the reading. Okay, so the sun rune, pretty much like the sun card in the tarot, is a very positive rune. Okay, and it is a rune that talks about happiness, talks about new starts, talks about choosing the right things for us. Okay, but this is also a rune of healing, of receiving good news, of feeling like you are in a good place in life. So, financially speaking, a lot of you might be heading towards a very good spot. I sense that financially. So, if you've been struggling recently, that's going to go away. And I feel essentially it's because your energy changed. You understood that you had to shift your energy in order to get something, to get into that fulfillment. And because you shifted your mindset when it came to your energy and to what you put out into the world, you are getting the Nine of Cups and you are getting this sun, which is, just having good health, having good vitality, having a good life, feeling like you are healing, just generally being happy, feeling like justice was served. I'm getting. So if you feel like the universe has been unfair for you, um, in your past few years, I'm getting something about like 7 years, um, to some of you guys. If you feel like the universe hasn't been just with you, that's about to change. Okay, because this in your future energy is positivity, is justice. It is a very, very happy rune. Um, it could definitely be the start of something new in your future, something to which you've made a decision. You've made a decision to start. You are being definitely guided towards that with the Page of Wands and then the Nine of Cups, and now having this Sun rune clarifying it. Go explore something that you've been wanting to explore. Okay, you are being encouraged to do that because it's going to bring you so much fulfillment and it's going to bring you so much joy. Taking that different choice, making that different choice. Maybe to some of you guys, you might be getting into something completely different from what you've been doing your whole life. This could be work wise, it could be relationship wise, it could be just your life in general. Moving, to some of you guys, moving to a completely different location, even going on some kind of trip, on a journey somewhere, a physical journey somewhere, moving out of where you're currently living and embracing a completely new lifestyle, completely different. And like I said, to some of you guys, it could be changing jobs and maybe starting a new career in something that's very different from what you've been doing for the past few years. um, Very good, guys, very good. So yeah, I'm really happy with this energy. Let's get some oracle cards for you as advice. Okay, let's see what we get for the collective. Give us some advice for this reading. Oh, if I can shuffle these cards. So, give us some advice, please. Oh, there we go. And we have exactly 3 cards. It's almost as if it's one for each, just like the runes. Okay, we have 3 cards. Let's go one by one. So, first we have, perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phases in your life can shift. Weren't we talking about changes? One change after another. You are learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. So, yeah, being nurturing towards yourself, like we were talking about, not being afraid of change, exploring something new. This makes total sense. Let's go. Next one. We have, Make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You need to know your worth, even when others don't. You are not what people think of you. And yeah, I mean, if you've been wanting to make some kind of decision for yourself to follow a new path, to try something new, even if other people are telling you, oh, that has nothing to do with you, you shouldn't do that, or it's too big of a risk, even if other people don't believe in you, who cares, right? Haters gonna hate, right? So no one cares. Just do you, do what makes you happy, okay? And lastly, accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes it easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready. Yeah, and this is what I feel like you've already done. You've already accepted where you are. That with that magician in your recent past collective, you guys already accepted where you are, and you've understood that in order to move forward, you needed to take care of your energy. You understood that this is an energy game that we're playing here with the universe, okay? The universe doesn't care about who's good or bad, okay? I don't see things that way. I do believe in karma, and I am not telling you to be a bad person, okay? But I don't believe that the universe cares about who's good or bad. The universe cares about energy. The universe will respond to our energy just like a radio station. You have to tune in to the energy in which you want to be. That's why, unfortunately, we see so many bad people have great things in life because they know how to play this game of manifestation, of energy manipulation. They know how to play it. They know how to get what they want. They're still bad people. It's not an excuse to be a bad person. There's no excuse to be a bad person. But uh, fairness and justice to the universe is all about energy. Okay, so I think you guys understood that you should just align with the energy of what you want, and because you did that, and because you are willing to explore something new, you are opening up a new path for yourself, of an abundant path, a joyful path, full of new things, full of new possibilities and fulfillment. So keep doing what you're doing because you're heading towards something great. Guys, I'm going to leave the reading here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Stay strong.